You know the way I do videos is I just turn on the camera and start talking. I'd done a video on this subject a little while ago. It's 4:59, almost 5 a.m. here. And I just did it. It's probably a better video than the one I'm going to make now. But I thought, you know, I don't want to put my name on this son of a gun. Because it's about this blackout. Now, also there's a video I want to recommend by a guy named PAPPYSTU. The link's going to be over there in the description. And I just got through watching this video earlier. I woke up, couldn't go back to sleep, so I watched PAPPYSTU's video. It was an excellent video. And it's about the life of his family and the hardships that they faced. And what hardships do we face? What are we thinking about? What are we worried about? Whether or not you can cuss on YouTube, and whether or not J-Lo's pregnant. I mean, how far we've come in the development of this country, where we can go from worrying about. It's sad. We got it made here. But it's almost like we're like little children. We're like babies. You know, we cry and cry and cry until we get what we want. And sooner or later somebody will come along and give us something. Well, that's not the way it was in the old days. You could cry until you died, and then people would bury you. But now we just make videos about you can't cuss on YouTube. Now, I have not been following this blackout thing, which I think is just, I mean, come on. I haven't been looking at it. I haven't even been thinking about it. But like I said, I couldn't sleep, so I thought, well, I'll just make a video about this, especially after listening to PAPPYSTU's video about the hardships of his family. And every family that's been here has had hardships. But we're the most pampered generations. My generation, coming out of the baby boomer generation, was the start of the pampered generation. Everybody else had to really knuckle down and really get with it in order to survive. Now, sure, there have been rich people all along, but I mean, even they had to struggle to get where they were. So everybody's been trying. We have a great country. This is a great place. We've got it made here. It's a gravy train. The United States of America is one long gravy train. But we can't say it's a gravy train because that diminishes us as citizens. We want to be, you know, we want to be like the greatest generation that saved the world from the Nazis or blah blah blah. Well, we're not. I don't think, and I'm talking about myself personally, I'm not fit to carry the bags of those guys. Our generation is worried about cussing on YouTube and, hey, is J-Lo pregnant? What a world! What a world! Now I don't care one way or the other what happens with this blackout thing. I'm not participating in any blackout. You know, this is not a union. I've never crossed a picket line, but this first time somebody decides to form a union based on this kind of activity. I've been a member of 5 unions, and I can tell you what right now, I would never join anything that their sole purpose is to be able to cuss on a private website. You want to cuss? Go cuss in your house, go cuss in the public park, get a soapbox, do whatever you want. But when people start crying and whimpering, oh, I can't cuss on YouTube. Oh, YouTube is taking away my the constitutional right to cuss on YouTube. You come on. Come on. You got no constitutional right to cuss on YouTube. YouTube's got the right to throw you out of here. You go into a restaurant, somebody's restaurant, and you start cussing, the maitre d' will come over and ask you to leave. So why should you think that YouTube is any different? Oh, well, we built the site. Oh. You put a lot of sweat and tears and cash into building a site, didn't you? Well, I bought a webcam. The reason I make videos here is because I want to. It's a voluntary thing. You know, YouTube has been very, very kind to us. They gave us a free place to post videos. Now, don't get me wrong. Anytime the words $5 billion enter into the conversation, regardless of what anybody tells you, it's about the money. It's about the money. Now, plans change. Now, if you don't think plans change, how many of you people out there have been married more than once? Oh, honey, I will love you for, write poems and blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden, a few years later, you're dogging your ex-wife on YouTube. I mean, come on. Things change. YouTube probably in the beginning had this idea of sharing videos, and this is what we're going to do, and it'd be great. And it was, and still is. And they were doing their thing, but they had always in the back of their mind they had to figure out how to pay for this. It can't be cheap to run a site like YouTube, so they have to figure out how to pay for it. Now, they didn't call me up and say, "Hello, Rodney, how do we pay for this?" Because we know you're a great YouTuber, a magnificent. Please put down the comment. Am I Hello Rodney the Great or Hello Rodney the Magnificent? What would you prefer? Tell us how to save the site. Hey man, you guys are the geniuses. You figured out how to do it. You're not going to be asking me, are you? Well, we just kind of bullshit, that we wanted to ask you. We're not going to pay attention to what you say. No, they would not. Maybe that's just, I don't know. They're not asking me, and I'm not telling them. They know how to run their site. It's their site. They know how to run it. And just because it's not run the way that you want it to be run doesn't mean that they're not doing a good job. I come on YouTube, I make a video, I post it, and there it is. They did a good job. It must take millions of dollars a year to fund this thing. So now they want to get back some of their $5 billion. So how are they going to do it? Some company has $3.5 billion they want to spend on Barbie doll and bridal shower supplies. Now, do they really want to put their advertisements next to a bunch of people that are cussing and making whatever? Do they want to do that? No, they don't want to do that. So the company says, okay, look, we've got $3.5 billion we want to spend with you, but we think that if we spend our money with you, that we're not going to reach the people that we need to reach, because people that we're trying to reach find cussing offensive. So YouTube has got to make a decision at that point. Do we tell the people with the $3.5 billion to keep their money, or do we tell people on the site to clean up their act? It's a no-brainer. At some point, people got to pay for the site. And if the fee that you pay for the site is not to say the 7 words or whatever they are, I don't even know what the rules are. I don't care what the rules are, because I don't get involved in that. My videos don't rely on me being able to say those kind of things. If I want to say them, I'll say them anyway. But I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to worry about that. My site is not based on freedom of speech that I'm claiming is some sort of constitutional right. Now, you go out in the street, you say these things in your home, in the street, on a soapbox, in public, whatever, that's fine. But you don't act like that when you're a guest at someone's Thanksgiving dinner. You just don't do that, you know? And we're guests here, really. We've been given a place to come and post our videos. So, hey, in order to pay back our guests so that the guests can sell their advertising to recoup their $5 billion, is it too much to ask to clean it up a little bit? Fuck no.